What's up, guys? Welcome back to the YouTube channel and welcome back to the prep vlog series. This is the 11 to 15 weeks out prep video. Yesterday, I was exactly 11 weeks out of the first show that I have my eyes set on this competitive season. As you can see, we are on the way home in the car right now. It's about 11 o'clock in the morning on a Sunday, and I just finished up an early Sunday morning push workout. If you guys watched the last prep vlog and you made it to the end, you will be familiar with the fact that I've kind of been talking about how basically the past couple of days for me, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, I feel like from the minute that I've woken up to the time that I've gone to bed, I've just been nonstop busy. And tomorrow is going to be another day like that because I have client check-ins, and then tomorrow is actually my last shift at GNC while I'm covering for the current employees. And so Thursday, Friday, Saturday have been nonstop busy, and tomorrow's going to be nonstop busy. So I am fucking hell-bent on having today be a chill, relaxing day. So what I wanted to do today was get up and just try and get as much of my shit done as early as I can as possible. So what today looked like so far is I got up and I went on a morning walk. Typically I do about 2 laps around the park, but today I only did 1 lap. I did 1 lap around the park, came home, and then I ate my pre-workout meal, which was an apple with some honey and then protein shake. Came to the gym, knocked out the push workout. The gym was completely fucking dead, so I was able to fly through the workout pretty quick. And I actually felt really good today, so it wasn't like I had to do tons of warm-ups and everything, so was able to get through the workout really quick. I actually filmed the entire workout for YouTube, so that will be up sometime this week. And then when I got off, when I finished the workout, I realized I was like, damn, it's still like really good time. And so I jumped on the treadmill for another 30 minutes and got another like 2,000 steps or so. So at this point, it's about, like I said, 11:30. Training is done for the day. Steps is done for the day. So I really am all caught up. And on top of that, as I was on the treadmill post-workout, I was editing the YouTube video that I had just filmed. So basically I filmed it and I got like half of it edited immediately after filming it. So really, really happy with my productivity levels today, which is exactly kind of what I was saying. I'm fucking hell-bent on making today a pretty relaxing day. Carissa has been sick, as I mentioned in the last prep vlog, so she's kind of been laying low all day. I would be surprised. Well, she's probably up by now, but she was sound asleep when I got up. So I'm hoping she slept so much over the course of the past like 24 to 48 hours. I'm hoping that she's feeling better today. Today is a beautiful day, and I would love to do something, you know what I mean? Like get out of the house and maybe move around a little bit. I don't know what specifically, but we'll see how she's feeling. So right now, I just kind of want to go home and take a shower because it is starting to get hot and I am sweating my ass off. And it's been a very, very busy and productive morning. So I kind of want to just take a second and catch my breath before this Sunday gets started. I for sure have to meal prep food for tomorrow and Tuesday. I'll probably prep some food for a couple of days, but I did a ton of meal prep yesterday, so I don't foresee that I'll have a lot of meal prep to do today. So hopefully that's the case. Hopefully can get through everything pretty quickly. And yeah, we'll try and film as much as we can.
Tie him up inside, not let him get that bat head out in front of the plate. You can elevate something.
Where if you're not in your right mindset, it could be detrimental.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday morning. It's about 6:45 a.m. And we are headed to the gym right now to do some cardio, stretching, and posing. So I really did not check in much with you guys yesterday at all, but I did not check in with you guys at all after coming home from the gym. I got home from the gym and Carissa was still feeling pretty sick, and I basically mentioned to her what I had mentioned to you guys, where I was really tired, and I told her, I was like, I kind of want to take a mental health day today, like really exhausted and got a busy week coming up, blah, blah, blah. And Carissa, bless her heart, she kind of looks at me and she goes, well, I'm still really sick, so we're not doing anything today anyways. And I was like, oh, okay. So that, you know, that worked out. So that's pretty much what happened yesterday. I came home from the gym and I took a shower and I finished up doing some meal prep, and then I basically spent the rest of the day on the couch. I'm trying to think of all the shit that I watched. So let's see. I watched Ferris Bueller's Day Off last night, which is another one of my favorite movies. I mentioned the other day that The Breakfast Club was one of my favorite movies. I don't know what it is about 80s movies, but there's a good chunk of 80s movies that I really enjoy, 80s and 90s movies. Ferris Bueller's Day Off, I watched that. I finished watching the NBA G League documentary on Amazon Prime. I had started that a little bit ago, and I finished that last night. What else, man? I watched like 3 or 4 different things. I watched some Pokemon. There was another movie that I watched that I completely can't even remember right now, but it doesn't really matter. The point is that I didn't do shit yesterday, and I was in bed by like 9:30. I was sitting on the couch at like 8 o'clock, and we were watching Ferris Bueller's Day Off, and I was like falling asleep. So I had an alarm set for 9 o'clock just in case I fell asleep so I could eat my last meal, but I ended up not falling asleep, pretty damn close, but I just kind of scarfed that last meal down and then went to bed. So feel decent this morning. Physically, one of the days that I've felt better in the past couple of days. Like typically when I get out of the morning, I'm really tired and really exhausted, but today was, you know, okay. Yeah, other than that, man, just kind of ready to get this cardio done and get this stretching and posing done, and then we will get on our way home so that we can have breakfast and get started on this work day. I have to go to GNC again today, so that's not very fun, but it is what it is. Okay, we are at GNC. Tonight is my last shift at GNC. Again, if you're just now tuning in, I've been unemployed from here for like 6 months. Some of the current employees are currently on a multi-week trip to Europe, and I just picked up a couple shifts in order just to kind of help cover, but I'm not like permanently back on the schedule. Tonight is my last night of filling in. And then starting back tomorrow, I go back to being a hermit and being full-time self-employed, which honestly I cannot wait for. You know, the first couple of days coming here was fun, but the past couple of days I've really kind of appreciated my life a lot more. You know, I worked really hard to get myself in a position where I could financially support myself 100% from coaching, and that has been my goal for a long time. And I kind of achieved it, and I don't think that I really took time to appreciate it. And then the past couple days that I've come here, I've just been like, man, I really wish that I could just be staying at home right now. So I'm thankful and glad that I could help out here, but I'm also thankful and looking forward to getting back to my normal life tomorrow. So what else? Let's see. The last time I talked with you guys was on the way to the gym this morning. Today started off on a really high note, and I'm happy with how today started off. So This morning I went to do my morning cardio at a different gym. I have multiple gym memberships, and I just decided to go somewhere else this morning for change of scenery. And there is a gentleman who works at this gym who is an experienced competitor. I don't want to speak incorrectly, but I believe he's in like his mid 40s, if not late 40s, and he's been competing for a long time. Still actively competing in the Masters. So and I still see him training his fucking ass off. So he's a guy who I have a lot of respect for. I talked to him about 5 months ago in this prep, and I had shown him my pictures, and I had asked him some questions about like, oh, do you think I'm going to be on track, blah, blah, blah. And basically he left it off as like, you got to get in shape, which I obviously knew was the case. So I obviously I've seen him since then, but I haven't like asked him to take a look at me or anything in that entire time since. I've just been straight grinding. And this morning I saw him, and I finally got I don't want to say finally, but I got the nerve to just be like, hey, can you take a look at me today before I head out? And I posed in front of him, and he didn't, I won't say the contents of the conversation just for privacy's sake, but he gave me some really encouraging words, and that really mentally made me feel very good. We got some posing advice that I got taken care of, so I'm just going to drill the ever-living shit out of that. And I go to this gym fairly frequently, so he's there almost every time that I see him there. And we kind of left it off as like, as long as our schedules align, if I ever need help with posing and stuff, he'll give me some help. And I can't appreciate that enough. I don't want to say names or anything. I just want to keep everything private, but I just really cannot appreciate that enough. And I am going to take full advantage of that. This is kind of given me like a new mental spark, or you know what I mean, like a refresh, my second wind, we'll call it. Recently this prep has been getting hard, like physically and mentally. I'm starting to get to the point where my body is like just fatigued all the time. Like for those of you guys who have competed, how it is once you start to get like fairly lean, like you just like, it's hard. And I'm starting to get to that point, and it hasn't made me like enjoy it any less, but it's definitely like testing, and it's definitely challenging. And so to get this kind of like encouraging positive news this morning, I'm calling it my second win, right? It's like during a time where, I'm coming up on 10 weeks out at the end of this week. At this point, I've been dieting for like fucking 30 or 40 weeks, you know what I mean? So I'm coming down to like the end. In sports terms, I'm coming into the fourth quarter, you know what I mean? Like I'm getting there, and it's starting to get hard, but the mental confidence boost that I got this morning is like, good. I needed it. I don't want to let it go to my head or anything. I want to keep fucking working, because I know that I've still got work to do, and I've still got time to do work, and I'm still capable of putting the work in. So I just want to keep fucking going. I've worked so fucking hard to get to this point. I can keep working till the end. I can do it. Yeah, so I'll leave it at that. I don't want to ramble or rant too much. I kind of had this spiel with my girlfriend this morning already. So, but that kind of had today start off on a really good foot. I came home, I got my check-ins knocked out. I got content posted. I got a lot of stuff prepped for tomorrow. And then I came here. I had to go to the bank before I came here and again take care of some financial stuff for the store. It's funny, what turned into me just kind of covering some shifts has turned into me like basically picking up on some of my managerial duties, which is fine. I really don't mind it, because obviously the actual manager himself has been gone for weeks. So someone's got to take care of it, and he trusts me to take care of it, and I'm totally willing and capable to do it. So that is how that is going. Yeah, otherwise, I'm trying to think. I just ate my third meal of the day, which was steak and potato and cabbage and pineapple. I've been eating potato recently just because it's something different, and it's a little bit more filling than rice. you know, if you have like 150 calories of rice and 150 calories of potato, the potato like fills up more volume on your plate or whatever. So I like that, and I like white potato. I skin them, I peel, I take all the skin off, and then I boil them till they get really soft, and then I mash them into like mashed potatoes. Basically the most boring ass fucking white person mashed potatoes you can think of. No milk, butter, nothing, just boiled potatoes. You just boil the shit out of them till they get really soft, and then just mash them with the potato masher. And that's how I eat my potatoes. That's you know, that's the exciting thing in my life right now, is how I eat my potatoes. But other than that, man, like, just keeping on. I've got probably, I don't even know what time it is. It's like 4:30 or something like that. So I got like 2.5 hours or so left of this shift here. I have one more meal that I'll get in me during that time. While I'm here, I've got some client programs that I want to change. I have a YouTube video that I want to edit and get uploaded. And I got some other like little computer stuff that I'm going to get taken care of. But other than that, that's really about it. I was very productive this morning, and when I get home from here tonight, I really can't foresee much that I'll have to do, which is a good thing, because I just want to get home and get to bed, because tomorrow we are back in the gym. We've got a pull day tomorrow. We're going to train back to back tomorrow and Wednesday. So we've got pull, and then we've got legs B, which is the hardest session of the fucking rotation, back to back. But just because I've been working here, it's kind of fucked up my training schedule. But my training schedule will be back to my normal order after this week. So yeah, I feel like that's good enough for this wrap up. I've got some work to do, not only GNC type work, but also BTB type work, you know? But yeah, let me just get that done. We'll catch up at some point soon. All right, guys, we are back from GNC, and that is a wrap for my fill-in time there. Like I said, it was nice to kind of fill in for a couple days, but I'm definitely happy and excited to be back home in my little cave and just be coaching full-time again. So that will start tomorrow, which I am looking forward to. Busy day tomorrow, a busy day of check-ins, and then I have a new client consultation tomorrow with a potential new client who hopefully we can add on to the team. I also have a pull day going on tomorrow, so just a lot of things going down tomorrow. Just gonna wrap up tonight and just chill the rest of the night and try to get to bed at a decent time so that I am well rested to get after tomorrow. So we will check out for the night, and we'll check in tomorrow, Tuesday, big pull day and a big work day going down. Hey Julian, how's it going, man? Hope things are going good with you. What's going on, guys? Happy Tuesday. It's about 10:30 in the morning, and I've had a pretty productive day so far. Woke up, did my morning walk, came home, cooked meal one, and I just finished up my check-ins. And then I have a client consultation later this afternoon, so I kind of just got my notes and everything set up for that, so that when I jump on the call with him, that I am all prepared and ready to go. At this point, I am just getting ready to train. I'm caffeinating right now, tasting the rainbow with the C4 Skittles before we go hit pull today. I'm gonna work on some computer work here for about 10-15 minutes and then get my shakes ready and then head out the door. So we're gonna hit pull today. As I mentioned, I am not going to do any trap work today because tomorrow I am hitting legs B, which is my RDL leg session. And so if I do too much trap work today, my RDLs I feel like will be affected by that tomorrow. So there will be no trap work that takes place today. So today's workout should be should be on paper a little bit quicker than what it typically is, and maybe a little bit easier as well. I just want to be mindful of my upper back because of the RDLs tomorrow, and if I fuck up my upper back too much today, then my RDLs could be impacted by that tomorrow. So I just kind of want to be mindful of that. Otherwise, yeah, I typically don't train 2 days in a row, definitely not before legs B. Legs B is my hardest workout of the entire week, but again, I've mentioned this a lot, but just working at GNC the past couple of weeks has kind of thrown my schedule off a little bit, and I've just kind of been manipulating my schedule just so that I can fit all of my sessions in while still being able to cover there. But obviously I'm not covering there anymore, so I'm kind of, after today, I will be back to my regular scheduled programming, which is exciting, ready to just kind of finish off this prep and get back to normal. There were a couple weeks there where I kind of had to manipulate some things around just because of the schedule and everything, but I'm ready to be back to my normal schedule. So that's enough rambling and everything. I feel pretty good and energized today. One of the better days that I've felt physically recently. So I'm just going to get going, get to the gym, and get this one knocked out. All right, guys, just wrapped up pull, which was a good workout, but it was a bit of a doozy. It was pretty difficult. I mean, all of my training has been pretty difficult lately, but this one was, pretty difficult. As usual with all of my workouts lately, I kind of hit that point midway through the workout where I just had no energy left. Everything went according to plan, and I had progressed or held everything logbook wise up until the point until I got to the T-bar row. I had originally planned on doing 2 sets of the T-bar row, and then my first set went down a rep and a half, about 2 reps, we'll say. I got 6 the past couple of weeks, and I got 4.5 today, so whether you call that 1 or 2 doesn't really matter, but it went down, and I was so fucking tired after that set that I was like, man, realistically, a second set here is just not going to do me any good. So I just didn't do the second set of T-bar today. I think realistically, I'm just getting to that point in the prep where I need to permanently drop that to 1 set. I've been doing that across all of my other sessions. Like on my leg day, I dropped my squats to 1 set. On my push days, I've dropped all my presses to 1 set. It just makes sense that the T-bar should probably get dropped to 1 set going forward now, because the T-bar is definitely the most fatiguing exercise that I do on my pull day. So I'll probably drop that to just 1 set permanently going forward. I really felt like doing a second set today would have been completely worthless, so I didn't even do it. And then pretty much everything else was solid after that, you know what I mean? Everything progressed or held, with the exception of the T-bar, and I just really thought that second set of T-bar was going to be junk volume, so I scrapped it. Finished the training and then posed, and then had my post-workout shake, and here we are on the way home. I need to get home and take a shower, and then I have a client consultation in about an hour. I mentioned this morning, but I have a client consultation for a potential new client today, so I need to get home and get cleaned up and get prepared for that. So that is the mission right now. What's up, everybody? It is Wednesday. It's about 8 o'clock in the morning. Hope you guys are enjoying a little cleavage this morning. So the last time that I had checked in with you guys was after training yesterday. Came home from training yesterday, and I had my client consultation, which I had mentioned. That client ended up signing on, so Aman, welcome to the team. But basically what happened is he ended up signing on last night, and I was working on some other client work, and I was doing some other content work, and I just kind of got carried away with work, basically, and just kind of lost track of time. So and then today I was up pretty early. So today's gonna be a testing day. So today is the hottest day of the year in Illinois. It is supposed to be like 102 degrees or something like that today, and that's without humidity. And then it's supposed to be a fairly high humidity and high heat index as well. So it's supposed to feel like 110 or something like that today. So today is the hottest day of the year. Because of that, I woke up extra early today to get my steps in, because it's going to be fucking unbearably hot later, and I'm not going outside later. So I woke up at like 5:45 this morning to get up and do my steps. And even at 6 a.m., it was like 75 degrees or something outside. Like, it was fucking hot. Like, I can only imagine how hot it's going to be. Not only is it the hottest day of the year, but today is also legs B for me, which is my hardest training session in the entire program. And then I'm also like in my most fatigued state. Like, I'm fucking tired as shit. Like, so, today, you know, I don't want to like, set the tone before the day starts, but I do predict that today's leg workout is going to be the hardest workout of prep up until this point. I'm going to stir this eggs and beef. If you guys haven't noticed, I'm cooking breakfast, eggs and beef on the pan, oatmeal and blueberries waiting. So, yeah, I do predict that today's leg workout will probably be the hardest workout of prep up until this point. So, I will be very honest with you guys. I have been thinking about it since like 6 o'clock last night. It's been on my mind. I've been thinking about it all morning. I woke up 3 times in the middle of the night to take a piss, and the only thing that I could think of when I woke up was like, it's gonna be a shitty workout tomorrow. Like, you know, I'm just kind of very, very nervous and very anxious about this one. But as corny and cliche as this sounds, man, like, today is really gonna be a true test of how bad I want this, you know? It's like I said, legs B is my hardest workout of prep, and I'm in my most fatigued state, and it's going to be the hottest day of the year. So it's going to be a hard one, but just because it's hard doesn't mean that we avoid it. So we are going to go ahead and obviously get that one done today. But first, I need to eat my first meal, and I need to get my check-ins done, which I'm getting set up behind me here. Get those check-ins knocked out, and then depending on what time it is, then we'll probably have some little things that I can do just to kill time until it's time to train. But that's, you know, really the main thing that's on my mind today is the training session, and then obviously how hot it's going to be. Once I'm done with training today, I'm not doing fucking anything else. So that's why I wanted to get up really early and get pretty much all of my steps in. I need to get 10,000 steps today, and I have about 7,600, and I'll easily get the other 2,500 when I'm in the gym. So I'm not concerned about hitting my steps today, but I wanted to get the vast majority of them knocked out this morning because it's going to be so fucking hot today. So that is done and accomplished. Need to sit down and work and eat, and then we'll hit the gym. All right, guys, what's up? Good afternoon. It's about 5:30, maybe 6 o'clock or so now. Been a little bit since I checked in with you guys this morning, but it's been a pretty awesome day. So first of all, legs was great. Very, very good workout. Very happy with how today went. My leg press was actually down a couple of reps from the last rotation, but I'm still kind of playing around with my foot positioning to keep my knee happy. If you actually watch the set, and I'll have the set like playing the full set as I'm talking here, you'll notice that after every rep, I'm still kind of playing around with my feet, specifically my right foot. I'll do a rep and then I kind of like am moving my foot outwards or up or something like that. So I'm still kind of just trying to get fully comfortable with where I want to put my feet on the leg press. And so because of that, I'm not really putting a ton of merit into my logbook on that particular lift right now. Obviously, in a perfect world, it'd be awesome to be progressing that logbook, but obviously when I am playing around with my foot stance, some weeks I may get 5, some weeks I may get 6, like it just all kind of depends on that. So, this is a side tangent for a different day, but there are times where we want to be super laser focused on our logbook and other times where we want to be a little bit less attached to it. And this is one of those times where I'm a little bit less attached to it. Everything else was really good. RDLs held, all of my isolation stuff either went up or held. So overall, I'm really happy with how today went. They had the AC cranked in there, so the heat really wasn't that much of an issue, but it was still pretty hot. I drank more fluid pre-workout and during the workout than normal and even post-workout. So I was just really on top of the water overall. So I'm going to try and cover up the lamp behind me with my head here. So since then, came home and I replied to all of my client messages from check-ins this morning. And then as you saw, I was just prepping a bunch of food and cleaning up a bunch of dishes and all of that type of stuff. And I just finished up posting my content for the day. And right now, we're just kind of getting to the point of the day where things are winding down. I am absolutely exhausted, and I know that when I sit down on the couch, I'm just gonna like die. It's so hot out and so exhausting today. And legs B is my hardest workout of the entire week, so I'm absolutely exhausted. And today is August 23rd, so that means that Ahsoka, the new Star Wars series on Disney Plus, has launched today or whatever. Today's the first day that it goes live. And I'm a big Star Wars fan, so I just kind of want to wrap up my workday and lay on the couch and just watch that for the rest of the night, and then maybe catch up on some other TV. Tomorrow morning, I have some posing work that I'm going to be doing. So if you've made it to this point in the vlog, then you'll remember how I talked about when I went to the gym the other day. It was on Monday morning. I met that older gentleman and we kind of went over some posing. Well, I sent him a message tonight and I told him I plan on stopping by the gym in the morning, and if he's going to be there, I would love for him to take a look at me, and he said he's down to look at me. So we're going to wake up and we're going to do our morning steps and cardio at the gym instead of outside, and then we'll go through some posing there, and then we'll come home and then we'll start the work day. Tomorrow is a rest day, but it's also going to be a refeed. It's going to be a high carb day. It's been about 10 days since my last refeed. So as of now, that is kind of like the schedule that I kind of want to get on, is at the end of every training cycle, every 10 days, I will do a refeed. And for me, a training cycle is 10 days because I have 2 rotations of push, pull, and legs. So right now my split is push A, pull A, rest, legs A, rest, and then push B, pull B, rest, legs B, and then rest. And then on this day, the 10th day of that cycle, after going through all of my A workouts and all of my B workouts, that's what I consider to be one training cycle, which is a 10-day period. On that rest day, in between legs B and then the beginning of push A, will be the day that I refeed, at least going forward. That is subject to change, but that's how I want to run things for the next little bit here, is refeeding every 10 days. So tomorrow is a refeed. I'm very much looking forward to the food. I've kind of been a little bit more food focused the past couple days or so, so I'm really kind of looking forward to eating some good food and getting some good carbs and stuff in me. But that is tomorrow. Still got to finish off today, but I don't really see a whole lot going on. The only thing left on my to-do list is to take the dog out tonight, but as I mentioned, it's so unbearably hot that that's probably going to be the world's shortest walk. We're just going to go outside until she takes a piss and takes a shit and then turn around and come back in because it's just way too hot to go outside. My girlfriend took her out earlier today and she said she was out for like 2 to 3 minutes and just like didn't even want to go to the bathroom, just wanted to come inside because it's so goddamn hot. So we'll see how that goes, but that's really all that's going on the rest of the night. You're probably going to find me on the couch the rest of the night, drinking some diet soda and watching Star Wars like a true hardcore bodybuilder. What's up, everyone? Happy Thursday. As you can see, we are on the way to the gym right now. Today is a rest day, but I am starting the day off with a cardio session and then some stretching. And then, as I mentioned last night, I'm going to be getting in some posing work with a gentleman here at the gym this morning. So I'm very excited about that. Really excited to have him take a look at me and be able to kind of bounce some questions off of him. And for me to get better. I mean, really, that's what it's all about, is I'm excited to get better this morning. My legs are super sore from legs yesterday, so I really need to spend a good amount of time stretching and getting everything recovered and getting some blood flowing. And then we'll pose, and then I'll come home, get meal 1 in, and then it'll be time to start the work day. Today is a refeed day, going to be between 750 and 800 grams of carbs today. I'm sure that the refeed is like a huge subject of interest, guys, and I do want to make a full day of eating on my refeed days just to like explain everything in detail. But right now I'm still kind of experimenting with my refeed process. I kind of mentioned this in 2 weeks ago's video, because the last refeed that I did was 10 days ago. That I kind of messed some things up the last time that I did a refeed. And so I want to try some things different today and kind of see how that goes. And then depending on how today's refeed goes, then maybe, you know, the things that I changed will be permanent part of the strategy. But for now, I just don't feel like super comfortable making a video talking about refeeds and my refeeding strategy because I don't really have one yet. And I think it's important to have some sort of strategy because the refeed obviously has a purpose during the prep, but it's also going to be valuable information that I'll take and be able to apply to my carb up process when that comes around. So I think that it's important to have like basically a set meal plan for my refeed. Like meal 1 will always be the same, 2, blah, 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 blah. So I just want to get that plan set in stone before I make that video. So if you guys can be patient with me, I do plan on making multiple full day of eating videos, but particularly one on my refeed setup. So we'll go over that at some point, but I don't really want to talk about it too much today. At least as of now, because there's still a lot that I'm still playing with, and hopefully you guys can respect that and understand that. But I will get the video to you guys, just be patient with me. Anyways, yeah, that's pretty much the name of the game. Today, I said that yesterday was the hottest day of the year, and today is actually going to be slightly hotter. By like 3 degrees, but it's still going to be slightly hotter. I would have already probably put up a thing by now, but it's like 6:30 in the morning and it's fucking 80 degrees already. Like it's already just like insanely hot. So today's going to be a scorcher. Good thing that it's a rest day and I'm pretty much staying inside most of the day and just going to be eating a lot of carbs. So whatever, man. Life is good. Maybe I'll sweat my ass off and maybe I'll sweat like a pig. Who knows? But yeah, that's really the main thing that I'm looking forward today is the refeed and then getting this posing done. I got to earn the refeed first. You know, I don't want to be thinking about the refeed all morning. I got to get this posing work in and I got to get better first. And then when we come home, then we'll have the food, but got to earn the food first. All right, guys, we are back from the gym, or I guess we're headed home from the gym. Just finished up cardio, stretching, and then posing. Man, we did a fucking clinic today. I had originally thought that I was going to pose in front of one person, but I ended up posing in front of 4 people, which I'm really fucking thankful for. Obviously, the more eyes, the better, and the more feedback, the better. Man, I got absolutely drilled today. I've definitely been posing a lot, and I've posed before, but I've never posed like that. They kind of were working me pretty good, but that's kind of what I expected, and I kind of knew that it was going to be like that, so I'm glad that that is what happened. Got a ton of good practice in. I filmed the whole thing, so I'm literally just going to be like memorizing that film for the rest, till the next time that I see him, basically. So yeah, there was a lot of things that I learned, and there was a lot of, good things that they said that were encouraging. There were a couple things that I got grilled on, and a lot of things that I've got a lot of work to do on as well, but that is, like I said, exactly what I expected. I'm just really looking forward to getting to consistently practice my posing with these people and just continue to improve. That's the main thing, is get better and better and better. These people have kind of given me some encouraging words that my physique is where it needs to be in terms of like being on track to being in shape. So that is like slowly becoming less of a concern for me, which is a good sign, but still I'm obviously paranoid about that. But now my focus is starting to shift like way more and more to making sure that I'm presenting the physique in a way that is, worthy of winning. So obviously I'm not letting up on the gas in terms of the fat loss. We're still not even 10 weeks out yet. We've still got plenty of room to go yet. And I still got a lot of fight left in me to keep going, and that's how it's going to go. But the fear and the paranoia of being out of shape is slowly starting to go away, which is a good thing, as long as I just don't let that get to my head, and I don't allow that to let me ease off the gas, which I don't intend on doing. So at this point, obviously headed home, gonna take a shower because I was sweating my ass off this morning. And then it's time for meal 1 of the refeed day. Thank God we're gonna have some eggs and beef with oats as normal, but I'm gonna have some waffles, little mini waffles this morning with it too, and then we'll get the work day started with client check-ins and everything. I got a decent amount of client work to do today, so I kind of just want to focus on getting home, getting breakfast in, getting coffee in, and then just kind of getting the work day started. So we'll try and catch up at some point later this afternoon. What's up, guys? Good afternoon. Been a little bit since I've checked in with you. It's about 6:30 or so now. Been a pretty busy afternoon. So my posing session this morning went much longer than I had anticipated. And so I was pretty behind today in terms of my work schedule. So I've kind of been working on overdrive this afternoon, trying to get caught up. Got all my check-ins done, content posted, comments replied to. I got a ton of food prepped. I just kind of showed some. I have rice that's going on. This rice cooker is actually about to go off in 2 minutes, so that may go off in the background here. What else? I replied to my comment or my client check-ins. I've sent my check-ins off, and then my clients have already gotten back to me. So I've spent a good amount of time getting back to them there. And pretty much at this point, I'm just looking at my to-do list, what I all have left to do yet. Pretty much at this point, all I got to do is take the trash and the recycling out, and that's really it. It's been a super busy and eventful day. Gotten a lot of work done. Tomorrow is going to be another busy day too, and I've kind of just been working ahead a little bit and getting some stuff prepped for that. What else? Back in the gym tomorrow. Today was a rest day. Back in the gym tomorrow. Gonna hit push. And then today has also been a refeed. I showed you guys my first meal. which was awesome. It was beef and eggs, and then I had my normal oatmeal and fruit with double the oatmeal and double the fruit. And then I also had 4 of those. One second, let me unplug this rice cooker so it's not beeping. I had 4 of those mini waffles that I showed you, which was about 50 to 60 grams of carbs from waffle mix. And then I had like 20 grams of maple syrup on top of that. That was like, I would have thrown the macros up. That was almost like 200 carbs for breakfast. My second meal was chicken and rice with a ton of rice, 125 grams of raw weight rice. And then I had fruit with that. What did I have? I had apple. I had like 200 grams of apple. About, I don't know, 2 hours ago, I had steak with potatoes and rice. So originally the meal is just steak and potato, but I added in some rice to that one. And then I had 200 grams of pineapple. In about half an hour or so, I'm going to have chicken and rice again with 125 grams of rice, but I'll have oranges instead of apple. And then tonight I'll have Greek yogurt with cream of rice and fruit. So refeed has been going down good. The only like real complaint that I have, I guess, is I'm starting to get some acid reflux just because of the sheer amount of food and everything. Today's probably going to be anywhere between 800 to 850 grams of carbs. So across 5 meals. So you're looking at anywhere from 150 to 200 grams of carbs per meal. So the meals are pretty big and it's all from clean food. So that's just going to kind of take a natural toll on digestion and give me a little bit of acid reflux. But as long as I stay hydrated and everything, then that's not too bad. Typically, I would take some like Pepsin HCl and some zinc carnosine digestive aids. But I don't actually have any of those in the house. I keep those in the house and use those regularly in the off season when I'm bulking and my calories are like 5,000 or higher, because I always have like horrible acid reflux around then. But when I'm dieting, I typically don't deal with acid reflux problems because I'm eating a lot less food. But on these refeed days when my food goes up, I'm like, shit, maybe I should start keeping that stuff in the house, like even during the diet, because when on these refeed days when I get this acid reflux, I'm like, fuck, it'd be really nice to have that stuff in there. So anyways, I want to take the trash and the recycling out, and that's actually kind of like a big thing because I mentioned this morning. It's going to be like, it's like fucking, I would have already thrown this up in the prep vlog if I haven't by now, but the heat index today has been like 110 degrees. Like it's just unfucking believably hot outside. It's that type of heat outside where you literally walk outside and you're like, like it fucking takes your breath away. You know what I mean? Like your glasses fog up instantly. It's hell out there. So taking the trash and taking the recycling out is like normally not a thing, but today, as fucking hot as it is, shit, man, I don't know. I may try and put that off to tomorrow. We'll see. All right, guys, what up? Good morning, Friday morning. Good start to the day so far. Got up at about 6:30, felt pretty good, and I went on my morning walk. I went on a different route this morning. I went on a route that I've never been on before. Man, I'm just kind of trying to switch it up. Like these morning, I've done a morning walk like every morning this fucking entire year, like every single year. So I'm just kind of, or every single day. So I'm just kind of trying to find different routes to walk around the neighborhood just to kind of keep things fresh. It was actually kind of fun this morning to just go out and walk and literally have no idea where the fuck I was. I just kind of had my phone in the map and I was like, all right, you know, if I go here, like I was just kind of wandering around, finding something different. So that was nice. I woke up this morning like 6 pounds heavier from the refeed yesterday, so I'm happy with that. Obviously holding a ton of water. I'm gonna sweat like crazy in the gym today. Speaking of the gym today is a push day. We're gonna give that a shot after I eat and then finish check-ins and everything. But you know, other than that, it's kind of a fairly normal day up until this point. One of the things that I kind of got grilled for yesterday on my in my posing session was my tan. So I heard from multiple people, obviously, that it was in my best interest in order to start tanning beforehand. And they all kind of recommended me to go the natural route. And so I'm going to start making it like a daily habit to lay outside and tan. I'll either do that before I train or after I train. You guys have probably noticed by now that I'm literally white as a sheet. So I'm going to start with like 3 minutes on the front and 3 minutes on the back. And maybe just start off doing that every other day. And then as we get closer to the show, maybe do that every day, or maybe start to scale up in time. I don't really know, but definitely need to start working on that. The good news is that they told me that, and I experienced this last year. So the show that I plan on doing is a show that I went to last year with a client of mine. And the one thing that all the competitors agreed on at this show last year, the show that I plan on doing, is that the tanning was phenomenal. Like, the very professional, very like good application, and professional in the sense of like being quick and getting everybody done on time and in the right order. I heard a lot of good things about the tanning, and I was extremely impressed with the tanning vendor that they use there. And it is the same tanning vendor this year. So I've heard from multiple people that that's Carissa's alarm. Ignore that. Even if I show up like how I look right now, completely pale as hell, she's still gonna get me right, and the tanning company is still gonna get me right. But everything that I can get from now until then is like extra credit, and is gonna just help me out. So anything that I can get is going to be beneficial. So I'm going to start making that a daily or every other day routine. I am obviously extremely fair-skinned, and I burn like you can't even fucking believe, man. I just sizzle out there in the sun. So maybe it'll start off every other day. I don't know. But the point is I need to do some sort of like fucking tanning, like laying out on my deck and getting some sun right behind. You can kind of see it, that patio door. Right there. So that will get done at some point today. I don't know when, but it'll get done. So at this point, the eggs and the beef are pretty much done, and it's time to eat and time to get started on the workday. Today is obviously Friday, my second to last check-in day. Now I have some competitors who are kind of in their season right now, and I've said this in other prep vlogs, but when my competition season starts to get, I don't want to say busy, because it's not like I've got like dozens and dozens of competitors, but when it gets busy for me and I have competitors who are in their season, I like to have them check in with me on Saturdays. So right now, I do have a couple clients who will be checking in with me tomorrow, but as far as like the last big day of check-ins, I structure like 95, if not more, percent of my check-ins Monday through Friday. And then I just kind of use the weekends to answer messages and do little odd and end stuff like that. So I know I'm out of frame right now, but I'm putting my breakfast on the plate. So yeah, like I said, eggs and beef done, time to eat, and then make coffee. And then after check-ins are done, we will head out and train some push. All right, what's up, guys? We're headed home from push right now. Push was a weird day, man. I don't really know any way to describe it other than weird. When you take a look at the logbook, it was a good day. Everything held. I did not progress anything today. I decided I only did like a baseline volume, one set of each exercise today. And that's probably what I'll do for pull tomorrow. But I kind of hinted at this in previous prep vlogs, how I'm kind of getting to that point where I just don't have the endurance in the gym anymore, so my workouts need to get shorter so that I can keep the intensity high. So I'm basically starting that process now. So the workout was shorter, but like, and my logbook performance was good, but I just don't really feel that great about the workout. Like, I'm really kind of in like a bad mood today, and I don't know what the fuck happened, but day started off good, and then for whatever reason, when I went to go to the gym, I started to get this like really awful, like anxious, nervous feeling out of fucking nowhere. And it's kind of just put me in a bad mood. When I was in the gym today and I was setting up the Smith machine, it took me like 15 fucking minutes to set up the Smith machine, which just was like so unbelievably frustrating that I took my headphones off and I slammed them on the ground, and I kind of made a scene, which is really embarrassing, and I'm like ashamed that I did that. But I just like, I don't know what the fuck happened. Like I was doing fine. There was no issues. And then all of a sudden I just fucking like got this anxious feeling when it was time to go to the gym, and I just couldn't like figure out what it was that caused it. And it still hasn't really gone away. Like even on the way home, I'm thinking back on my workout, and it was good. Numbers were good. Everything felt okay. I'm just not in a good mood about it. So I don't really know how how to take the workout. From a numbers perspective, it was good. From like a mental and emotional perspective, I'm in a fucked up place about it. So I don't know, man. Lots of weird emotions and stuff going on out of nowhere. Like I said, I legit have no idea where this stuff came from, but just kind of anxious is the best word to put it. What's going on, guys? Good morning. Saturday morning. It's early. It's 7 a.m. right now, and we're headed to the gym to train pull. So first things first, I did not check in with you guys at all or film anything yesterday after training. Yesterday was really not a good day. I basically just had an anxiety attack, and I kind of had a panic attack. It's been a couple years since I've had one of those, and that's not something that I deal with frequently. But I am very, aware of what a panic attack is and what an anxiety attack is and everything. Because obviously I've dealt with them before, and I kind of had one of those yesterday. So yesterday afternoon was really not a good day. My girlfriend actually deals with panic attacks and everything, and so she has a prescription for Xanax, and so I paid the Xan man a visit yesterday. I don't even know if I can talk about this on YouTube. I want to make it very clear that I don't enjoy taking Xanax, and when I take it, it kind of makes me feel like a zombie, and it's something that I only take when I feel like I have a panic attack, which is obviously, as I just said, very, very rare. And again, I don't want to air out my girlfriend's dirt either, but my girlfriend has a prescription for Xanax. And so this is something that I'm fairly familiar with, you know what I mean? At least in terms of how she handles it. And I've taken it before, and I don't enjoy taking it. I fucking do not recommend that anybody takes it. Like I said, I really don't like how I feel on it. It makes me feel like a zombie, and I'm just kind of existing and not living, if that makes sense. But if I have to choose that feeling or the feeling where I literally just can't calm down, then I do prefer that one. For those of you guys who have had a panic attack or an anxiety attack, I'm sure you'll be able to attest to that. If you haven't, then that's very good. Very fortunate for you. So like I said, mine was completely unprovoked. It came completely out of nowhere. I can't really think of anything or identify anything that caused it, and that's the thing that makes it so frustrating and stressful, is that it's completely out of nowhere. And yeah, anyways, I don't want to talk about this too much more, you know what I mean? I feel like I'm not really super educated enough to talk about this type of thing. And then obviously for those of you people who deal with this as well, you're familiar with what I'm talking about. So anyways, yesterday was not a good day in that sense. I do want to say though, I've had a lot of clients lately who would have a day, and I need to be careful about how I word this too, man. I'm just fucking walking on eggshells this morning. I have a lot of clients or people who I know who would and will use a day like that as an opportunity to cheat on their diet, not go to the gym, blah, blah, blah. And I want to make it very clear to you guys that even though yesterday was a really, really shitty day and that things were kind of all over the place, I still trained. and I still followed my diet 100%, never cheated on it. The thought of cheating on it never entered my mind. Dealing with emotional stress with food is definitely not something that I do anymore. Not something that I'm really qualified to talk about, but the long and short of it is that the longer that I've done this, in my earlier days, I probably would have been like, oh, I'm going to have a cheat meal or something just because whatever, the food will help me feel better. But that's not really how I approach things now. So things are different, and I just kind of wanted to point out that even when days are rough and things get hard, that's not a viable excuse to ditch your goals and not try to achieve your goals, basically. So I don't want to rant about that too much, but instead just kind of want to talk about the day. So obviously I'm headed to the gym now to hit pull. It's very early. I didn't really sleep that great last night, obviously, because of the panic attack and everything. So we're up early this morning, got some caffeine in me, went on a walk, and here we are headed to the gym to hit pull. I planned on hitting this one early anyways because Carissa and I have plans today. Tomorrow is actually my birthday, so this is my birthday weekend. I'm on prep, so I can't really do anything fun, but we are going to take a little day trip today and go to Michigan again. For those of you guys who watched, I think it was probably like 3 or 4 weeks ago now, that prep vlog, we went on a little day trip up there to Michigan, and we're going to go again. We like to go pretty frequently, so we're going to go up there this afternoon, and then tomorrow is my actual birthday day. And it's actually a scheduled rest day for me, which is crazy because I feel like the past 4 or 5 years, my birthday has always fallen on a training day, which I love. I love training on my birthday. But at the same time, I'm kind of excited to not be able to train tomorrow and have my birthday be on a Sunday where I don't have to train. And all that I got to do is get my meals in and get steps, and then I can do whatever the fuck else I want the rest of the day. So I'm actually pretty excited about that. I'm also going to be stepping away from WhatsApp for the weekend from all of my client work. So I sent out a message yesterday to all of my clients saying that it's my birthday weekend. I'm going to be stepping away for the weekend. I don't want to think about work this weekend. So I'm pretty excited about that. But before we get all of that done, I have to get this pull session knocked out. As I mentioned on yesterday's push day, this is going to be like rock bottom volume where I'm just going to do 1 set per exercise. So there's only going to be 7 total sets today. 1 set of shrug, 1 set of lat pull down, 1 set of upper back pull down, 1 set of lat row, 1 set of upper back row, and then 1 set of easy bar curl and 1 set of incline dumbbell curl. So typically the gym is pretty dead this early in the morning, so I'm really hoping that I can kind of just breeze through this one pretty quickly, get it done at a good pace. I'm fucking praying to God that this workout feels better than what yesterday felt, because yesterday felt like fucking dog shit, and I don't know if that was the panic attack that made it feel like dog shit because I was feeling anxious on my way to the gym, or if it was the shitty workout that was part of what triggered the panic attack. I don't know. I've been trying to make sense of that, and I can't really make sense of it. But either way, fucking really hoping that this workout feels and goes a lot better than yesterday did. So that's kind of how the plan is right now. We're about to find out soon in about, half an hour or so how this workout's going to go. But the goal is to breeze through it, get it done nice and quick, get some posing in, and then get home so that we can get on the road. Just finished pull. Night and fucking day better than yesterday. So much better today. I can't really put my finger on it. Honestly, I have no idea what happened yesterday. I just kind of want to move past it. Today was an awesome fucking day. Very happy with how today went. As I mentioned before the workout, I dropped to just 1 set per exercise today, and that felt amazing. Typically, when I get to the end of the session, I'm completely gassed out, but today I got to the end of my session and I progressed everything at the end of my lift today. So that's a good sign. I'm probably going to keep volume like this at least for the foreseeable future. I don't know about all the way through prep, but at least for the foreseeable future. The workouts are shorter. I'm able to keep my intensity and my logbook progressing all the way into the end. And I feel like I just got rid of a ton of junk volume. Every single exercise that I did today, I typically do 2 sets on, and I only did 1 set on. So I literally cut my volume by 50% and felt amazing. Did some posing afterwards, and I'm actually really happy with how I looked. I woke up yesterday 6 pounds up from my refeed, and then I literally lost all 6 pounds yesterday. So I was 173. I did a refeed. I went up to 179, and then I was 173 again this morning. So all of that water and all of that food that was sitting in my stomach yesterday is gone. And I'm actually really happy with how I look this morning. Still not there yet in terms of conditioning. Still got a lot more on the legs and the glutes and everything, but we're getting closer. So that's a fucking good sign. Really happy about that. At this point, I just kind of want to get home and get the day started because, like I said, it's my birthday weekend, and we're gonna do like a little day trip today. So I kind of just want to get home and get on the road. All right, guys, we're back from training. I just finished up a meal. As you could tell, there was some food in my beard there. Right now, we're doing some meal prep. You can see I'm prepping some potatoes. The rice cooker just went off a minute or two ago. If we take a look in the fridge, I'll try and get all of this, but you can see this way, all of these meals and stuff in here. That's all of my food prepped for today, tomorrow, and Sunday. So the whole... today, tomorrow, and Monday. So basically the next couple of days, just kind of waiting for Carissa to get up, and then we will start heading out here. Probably gonna lay back down and take a little nap or something before we go as soon as this meal prep finishes. But otherwise, just kind of getting ready to head out for the day. All right, guys, it's about 8 o'clock at night, and we are back from our little day trip from Michigan. I honestly, obviously, didn't really film much of anything. I kind of mentioned earlier that I just kind of wanted to check out for the weekend, and I kind of took that pretty literally, and I really didn't film whole much of anything today. Really just kind of spent the day talking with Carissa and spending time with Zuki. If you can see, she's asleep, but we're about to sit down and watch a movie and then just end the night that way. So I'll let you guys go right now. I apologize that I didn't really film much today, but obviously I just kind of wanted to check out for my birthday weekend, you know what I mean? Like I kind of film everything all the time, so I kind of just want to take my birthday as an opportunity just to kind of chill out for a little bit. So sorry, but at the same time, I'm also not sorry. So I'll let you guys go, and then we will check in tomorrow. Tomorrow is my actual birthday, but tomorrow will actually be the start of a new prep vlog series. So thank you guys so much for watching this episode of the prep vlog series. Hopefully you enjoyed this one as always. As always, thank you for following me along on this journey, and as we get closer, it's really kind of nice to see how people are sending me some kind words about these videos. Really appreciate that. So I'm gonna go watch Dungeons & Dragons, and I will talk to you guys soon. As always, thanks for watching, and take care of yourselves, guys. Have a great night.